And it says it's preparing to live stream the meeting.
That means it's doing it. You're live.
Oh, okay.
We're live.
We're live. Hello, everybody. My name is
Hi.
Tunes.
Good morning.
Good
Afternoon,
morning. I'm Kareen.
wherever you're watching from.
Right.
You're
Well,
watching.
okay.
It's doing it.
Okay. So now,
We're live.
do I? Hello, everybody. My name is Tunes.
You just have to mute it on YouTube. I have to do that every time too.
Okay, that's it. That's muted on YouTube. So thanks, everybody. That was my first time going live with the group. I'm very excited that it all.
Yay.
Okay, so
Went well.
it did go well.
Mhm.
Thanks to Corrine for helping me with some other stuff too.
You're welcome.
She helped with a lot of it. So today, where I'm going to talk about neutrals and mixing neutrals and a very limited palette of only having um, uh, black, white, and a neutral. So what I did is I've just got, these are kind of little, oops, I didn't go down. So
Okay.
anybody want to we're all introduced, right? So should we go down to our
Yeah,
tables?
we can go down to our other cameras.
Other camera. Okay, I've got the other camera down.
I said good morning from the alcohol and art community.
Oh,
Wrong account. There we go.
that's okay. We are fine here. Okay.
Oh, we're switching down already. I'm behind. Hold on.
That's okay, Laura. We're just working on it. We're working on it. We're switching down. So what I've got is I'm going to put black and white out. One of the things that I find is people don't do good neutrals or lights, and except for Corrine, who does excellent ones. So I'm hoping
Oh,
to
thank you.
learn a little bit from you because I am just so used to popping. And why isn't this? Uh, Come on, you're supposed to. Why isn't this? I guess that's okay now. Can you see my color? That's very,
Yeah. But those are pretty.
yeah, well, these are my colors. It seems like I'm going to have to go to my Logi and see whether there's a issue with,
It looks clear now.
oh, it looks clear now. Okay, that's all that I needed to do. Okay, so it looks clear now and I
So
got,
what colors of paint do we need, Terry?
okay, I used black, white, blue, and just a touch of orange because orange is the complement of blue.
Yeah.
And what I'm trying to do is make grays and not taupes, but something that's a warmer gray.
All right. I
So
got to get some orange.
yeah, that's what I used was orange. And what I will tell you is you need 10 times the amount of white that you think you need.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't really need a whole lot of black because the black just goes a long way. So what I what I've done and what we may want to just think about doing is on this side of my ooh, the words aren't coming today.
Journal.
Journal, thank you. On this side of my journal, I'm going to just kind of test some different colors. So I'm going to start out and this is just what white would look like. So you can't really see it because but you can see a little bit. It is definitely white. So what I want to do is I want to take another white and add just a little tiny touch of blue and see. Oh my God, look how much that blue just dominates. So that is a more of it's not very pastel, is it? So I'd have to add more white. What I find is when I have the blue on my brush, if I just keep on adding more
White.
white to it, it just keeps on getting lighter and lighter and lighter and lighter. So now there are three, I guess the word is hues of the same blue in the white. and I can keep on going down, and it's going to get lighter and lighter. But you can see that this white has blue in it, and then I'm going to keep going. So I'm just exploring how light it would become. Now I want to gray it. So, because these are more lights, but they're very primary in color.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm going to take a little black and put it up here. And I have white in the brush anyway, but this is going to be a dark gray. So all I'm doing is exploring the different ways, colors that will happen if I just, I'm graying the same thing. And then this, I still have blue in the brush, kind of. So it just ends up becoming lighter and lighter and lighter and lighter and lighter. So then that's another, it's another value, and it's another way of doing your lights. Because I think we don't pay enough attention to how we make our lights. And then they're
Mm-hmm.
very, very, very light at the bottom. Okay. Now I'm going to just take that same thing and add just a tiny bit of orange. But I want the orange and the blue to kind of be together. I don't want it. So it's a warmer. Can you see how much warmer gray that is than this gray? And I'm going to do almost the same thing because I want to see what kind of colors I can use. I can come out of just this little titch of orange, and it gets, so this is just with blue, and this one is blue with a little orange. I don't know if you can see it, the difference, but it gets a bit different. And
Yeah, it kind of mutes it out a bit.
it mutes it out a bit. It just gets it, and I can warm it up a little more. This one I'm getting bored with what I'm doing, so I'm going to warm it up a little more. And it gets it again also warmer, yet still almost
Gray.
blue-gray.
Mm-hmm.
And so with that knowledge, I can come over here and maybe make some different choices. And what I did is because I want to just do a background. I want to do a background in this, and you can make the darker grays, you can make blues, but I'm basically using blues and grays with a little black. And I have grabbed from my stash, I've grabbed some of these pieces of paper, which I can use in collage, because I'm really want to, I'm thinking almost black and white, but I want to use these colors to, I don't know, to kind of, as the background. Does that make sense?
Yes. So
Okay,
I pulled some black and white collage papers too. Actually, this one has a little bit of orange in it.
that's okay.
But I pulled all of these, so I thought I could use those. So we'll see where we go.
Right, that's what I'm going to start with. And the other thing that I really like to do when I'm doing these really light colors is, let's say, so I have a square where I have decided that I'm doing, I'm going to just start on this page here. And there's this really light, and this is, I've made this square that I've just made here, and I've made it in a fairly neutral, warm color. And so I'm going to let that dry a little bit. And then later I will go back in there and I will put another color in it that is less neutral, less orange, less warm and more cool. So then the cool, it should work right here. So then what happens is the cool really pops on the orange, and then I can actually just kind of squish it over in other places and then just start playing with these colors. So that's all I'm going to start right at this moment, is just mixing some of these grays and whites and blues and just figuring out a background. Then I'll think of maybe more stencils, but right now I'm just playing with a bit of background color, and we'll see what happens. And this is not really thinking that much. And then I'm going to put more of that same color and I may put more of that same color in a circle somewhere. So I'm trying to make interesting, warm and cool and different value colors here. Whoa, I made too much dark, but that's okay. And just playing. So again, this is going to be a much warmer dark. So like if I put this next to that, can you see how that's a much warmer dark? And I didn't gesso this mixed media paper before, so it's really sucking in, but that's okay, because this will all work too. And then I'm going to actually add almost white in places. So I'm just working. And I can again add more texture in stencil in a whiter, in the lighter pile. Stencil.
And of course, I've gone rogue.
That's fine. We love Rogue. I love your bright colors.
Yeah, these aren't exactly neutrals I'm working with.
Well, you know what? My problem is I saw Corinne doing such beautiful neutrals, and I wanted to do beautiful neutrals, and I was
Yeah, well, that's fine.
and then
Well, it's funny because like the colors I originally pulled out are a lot more neutral, so I might actually blend that in. It's like more of like this unbleached titanium.
yeah.
So let's do
Well,
it.
and I just spent a week teaching students at a local school, and they only have like primary colors, and trying to teach them
That's a great way to learn.
yeah, trying to teach them the magic of neutrals
Yeah.
was really difficult.
Yeah.
So I've got another neutral here.
How this goes.
I'm just playing. And I tend to not leave a super lot of white showing. I don't know why, but and I'm just,
It's it's St. Patrick's Week. That's what's going on here.
oh, that's it. It's St. Patty's Day.
Yeah.
I love, now I want to put in just a few of some nice darks somewhere. Oh, I don't like that. But that's okay, because I can make that softer. Do that. And I can make this. And I'm not quite sure where I am, but that's fine. So, Greens, you're so nicely disciplined.
Well, that's not always good.
I am usually such a absolute wreck in some of this. So now I'm going to start stenciling over. So like right here, I have mostly the cooler colors. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the much warmer blue or grayer blue and stencil in by putting just a little bit. I don't know if you can see, you can't see my, probably should pull this up a little bit so that you can see my mixing. That would have helped. And then put it over a little bit. There I go. Okay. So, okay, where am I? Zoom. Okay. So I'm warming this up just a little bit and making it a little darker. I'm trying to, by putting just a little bit of the orange in it, it should end up darker. And I'm going to use the stencil and just stencil in a little bit in this corner. And then I'm going to pull it up. And then I'm going to use the same stencil over in another area. I'm going to try to see if it'll give me the opposite. For one of the first times in my life here, it has been super dry. We live in a temperate rainforest here. And so it's always kind of wet. But for the first time that I've ever been here, it has been super dry. We're under fire alert. So they're really worried that it's not going to rain enough and we're just going to have these horrible, horrible winds and tornadoes and thunderstorms, and that it's going to spark wildfires.
Mm.
And that is so my paints are drying like I'm
Super
not
fast.
super fast. I have absolutely no conception how Sharon in Arizona ever did a bunch of the stuff she did because mine dries so fast. It's just unbelievable. Okay, so I'm beginning to like the textures that I'm coming out with here. And I may end up fairly soon going with, okay, so this is a very cool area here too. So I think I'm going to put some, I'm going to go back and make some warmer and maybe even, I want it lighter, warmer, lighter. That's too warm. Maybe not. Put a little black in it. And yeah, it's drying like crazy. So here I'm just putting in a little bit more of emotion. And then in a second, I'm going to just put some collage down, I think. Okay. Ooh, kind of like that. See what happens if I put some of this up here. So I do see that mine still needs a little more, well, it has pretty decent contrast, doesn't it? I think when I put my black and when I put some of these darker pieces in, it's going to have more contrast. So I'm hoping that this is dry enough. So just play a little over here.
My paints are drying out really fast too.
It's very weird. I don't know what I do not know what's going on, but it is very, 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 very weird.
Well, I just have to mix up some more, that's all.
Yep, you have to be faster, 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 faster. And I'm gonna, a lot of times I don't like cutting, but I want things to look kind of square, so I just tear.
You said you started with cobalt blue on this.
Yes, I started with cobalt blue on it.
Okay, so my question is what brand of do you use?
I actually use cobalt blue hue, which is the Liquitex basic acrylics.
Okay.
And it's pretty close. It doesn't have too much phthalo. A lot of the cobalt blues, especially if you use really inexpensive brands, will end up defaulting to it looks like turquoise because
The phthalo green or whatever.
right, like phthalo. Yeah. It'll
I'm using Liquitex, but I'm using phthalo green. I love
oh,
it.
okay.
I love it when it's white. It just this color speaking to me.
Oh, it's like mint. It's beautiful.
It's not exactly neutral, but it's I mean I got it muted, so
It's okay. It can be whatever it's going to be. I'm just using I'm just kind of playing here. So I don't know what I'm doing at this point, but it's fun. How much time do we have?
10 minutes.
Oh, we have 10 minutes. That's cool. So I'm just going to put a little bit of some of this stuff around. And I'm still in my thinking stage. I really like, I don't know why, I really like this little piece here. It's not exactly square and I don't care. I just like this as almost as a focal point. And I just want some light and darks all around. And I maybe need to do a little more stenciling underneath. Where am I going with? So I tend to kind of think, not necessarily always, figure out ahead of time where I'm putting my pieces. And it's not always, it doesn't always work for me, but I try. And I'd like to get a nice, maybe round in, well, see, I have these lovely little rounds in there. So I like this.
Ooh, that stencil you're using, Corey, is one of my favorites.
I know.
too.
I just used it in the middle here too.
Oh, did you?
It is definitely one of my favorites too. And I now that you're using it, and I'm looking here, I think I may repeat it up here in a darker color. So I'm back to this and I'm back to making a darker color, a darker blue back here. And I may just put some of it right in here because I want that energy in this corner. Let me see how that works. Ooh, yes. I feel like I'm doing zebra, but that's okay. I really like it. Okay, and okay. Don't like this here. What can I do about it? So if I don't like that there, let me go with some real, much more bluer pop of color in some neutrals here, just a little different there. Still don't like it. That's okay. You don't have to like everything. I can just make it a bigger shape and then put light on top of it. What if I tried doing it that way? So, okay, let me get some real white on top of it, or lighter. Oh, now I'm running out of white already. I run out of white so much. Okay, so that
Whoops,
ends
whoops,
up.
whoops, whoops, whoops.
Whoops, whoops, whoops.
I got my tissue paper all messed up. Here we go.
Okay, well, I'm gonna start putting down some pieces. And I'm not sure what the final's going to be in here, and I forgot my there, paper towels. And where is my Liquitex?
Okay.
Not medium, not medium. So I made the mistake of getting some super heavy gel medium, and I think it's too heavy.
Mhm.
It takes a lot of time to dry.
I know, and I
So
don't,
you're having dry air, it may not be as bad right now.
right. It's very annoying. But it's very thick. I had gotten it thinking that I could like water it down. Oh my God, what did I get my hands into? Excuse me. I didn't mean to say, oh my God. Oh no, Mr. Bill. Okay. I have my pieces here and I have my piece here that I was planning to put right here. Okay. Because I wanted to, let me clean that off. Okay.
Here.
So this is pulling more. Clean off my brush. Put on more. It's amazing me how much of this other color is showing through, but I kind of like it. There, I've got that happening there. And then I had this piece in the very center, but do I want it totally? I really like a little bit of that. I change my mind as I go.
Don't we all?
So I like this tiny area in here of the wavy look, but for some reason I'm having I want a fairly linear. It's not staying white enough. I think it's my fault for not cleaning out the brush enough. Or for rushing because it's still wet underneath. That's another option that I have. So I'm using these shapes. This piece of paper is not see-through. This is fairly white. So I'm trying to get it down, and I think I'm going to use a scraper because when I'm trying to put it down, things not working.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Yeah, I ended up with, I wanted to be white and then it ended up with a little bit of the gray on it, but it's okay. Now I may have to do another major feature in the middle.
I need to learn to mix bigger batches.
I think yeah, that's also something that I need. You have some fabulous contrast, Corrine. I love
Thank
that.
you.
I'm looking for some really interesting contrast too. I think I'm gonna put this up in the corner. Oh, well, I had this coming straight across. Is this dry? It's not dry, so I can't
Decide
put.
where my focal point's gonna be.
That's the thing, it's hard to really complete a thought when we do, all these 30-minute videos. That's why we,
I know that is. Oh, whoa! Look what I just did. I put glass beads down there.
oh,
Oh, Lori, that's really pretty.
Oh, Lori, yours is turning out so nice.
well, I'm building up.
I'm just playing.
That's
Well,
that's
exactly, exploring.
that is what I'm doing is playing. I'm trying to figure out now where to put these glass beads since I put them all on my brush. it's going to be very difficult to put down the piece of paper I was planning on putting down up there. But we'll go back and try it anyway. I want this little piece of paper a little off center. Look, hey, look, the glass beads kind of made those dots really come out more. That's fun.
Cool.
I like what happened there. I like what happened there. I'm going to have to do something in there. I'm not sure what it's going to be. This piece is going to go crosswise like this, but I can't put it down yet. And I'm not quite sure what my final middle is going to be, but I think we're probably running out of time, girls. Are we?
Yeah, we're
We are.
out of time.
We are. Oh, I love your little pop of red in there. I haven't decided what my pop's going to be yet,
Thank you. I
but
realize it's crooked,
huh?
a little crooked. I'm just gonna move it. There
Cool.
we go.
So I think
I can't wait to see what you guys come up with in your final. I'm gonna work on mine here a bit more, and I'll post a picture in the group.
okay. I
Me
think so.
too.
I think it'll be great. I'll post a
And
picture.
If you would like to see what we ended up with, join the group on Facebook, Explore Mixed Media. And better yet, visit the website, Explore Mixed Media, and join us for our monthly sessions. And we do lives, we do projects every month, and you get a historical view into everything that we've done leading up to now. There's resources and all sorts of things there, and it continues to grow. We actually have a new fun Explore tool on there, which we'll be demonstrating to our members as well, which is a lot of fun.
Okay, well, I had a lot of fun doing this. Thank you guys. And I
Thank you
will
for
post-
leading us. This was great fun.
it
So much
is,
fun, Terry. Thank you.
thank you. And I'm going to end this. And how do I end the sharing, Lori?
You end it, it automatically ends the sharing.
Yeah, okay, I'm ending. Thanks. Bye, guys.
Thanks. Bye.